How's it going? Welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great and majestical video here with your host, the Savior. I don't know what that flamboyant hand gesture was, but don't worry, it's not gonna hurt you. If anything, it's gonna bring you joy and magical dreams tonight, if you get what I'm saying. If you're new, which is highly likely, do go down below and subscribe. That would mean a great deal to me, or I will use my magical balls on you and I'll trick you into subscribing 3 times or maybe even 5 times. So go down below and subscribe because chances are you've got a YouTube channel. Enough with the insanity. I'm sorry, it's very hard to control myself, especially with this magical powers that I now possess, okay? But anyway, go down below and subscribe so we can reach 5,000 subscribers. As an independent music creator, that would mean a great deal to me. Also, exciting news, my new single is going to be dropping very soon, so get excited for that. Go support me, download my music on iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, and Bandcamp, or donate whatever you want. Support me in any way, I would highly appreciate it. Now today I have some very generic gameplay footage for you because we are going to be talking about some very generic YouTubers, okay? Specifically, I want to talk about today Pegasus, okay? Now, maybe you don't know who that is and you don't care, and that's fair enough, okay? And first, let me just get this out there in case people are actually watching from his community, and I don't want to offend people, okay? That's not my intention, okay? I may look like just a wacko, and you know, who are you? You've got like 5,000 subscribers. Why are you calling out such bigger YouTubers? You're just doing it for the clout, Savior. YouTube drama. No, okay? I hate YouTube drama with a passion, and first let me just say, Pegasus, okay? I don't hate you as a person, I don't know you, and that's the thing. Your videos don't even give me the slightest impression of you, okay? And that's what I want to talk about today, is Pegasus, the YouTuber, and similar channels with Pegasus, and basically generic commentary channels and YouTube drama channels, okay? I honestly hate YouTube drama. Basically, if you don't know what they are, they're basically gossip tabloid. They're practically the independent version of mainstream media articles like The Sun, or, you know, celebrity gossip, whatever, you know, it's just absolute trash. You know, we see plenty of them, Kavos, Willany, memeulous, you know, and Pegasus, but you know, they are kind of okay, because at least they have personality. If you bring personality to a YouTube channel, honestly, I don't care what you make, because you're making something because you enjoy it, because it's original, kind of, you know, you're bringing your own flavor to it. But I'm talking about the leafy clones, you know, the generic commentary channels, and this is why I hate commentary channels in 2021, especially because there are so many of them. And you might be saying, Savior, aren't you also a commentary channel? Well, yes, a little bit, I suppose I am. I do mostly make music, but I also do a lot of commentary videos. But with my commentary videos, I do try and make them entertaining. I talk about topics that no one else really touches on, and I try and do, you know, original things, at least I think so anyway, but I might be wrong. You might think my content is terrible, and that's up to you. I don't care, okay? If you like it, subscribe. If you don't, that's fine. But the problem with these generic YouTuber channels like Pegasus, okay? Like I said, I don't hate you, I don't know you. If you're watching, I highly doubt it, but I hate your content. I hate your YouTube channel, and I hate the videos that you produce because you promote so many other idiots out there who go out and make YouTube channels, and they are usually terrible, okay? And, you know, a lot of them aren't successful, but a few of them, like Pegasus for example, are very successful. But the thing is, what they do is absolutely terrible, because they simply just feed off of drama and gossip, okay? So they don't actually help anyone, you know, the people that they're talking about, they don't help them in any kind of situation, you know, they might be on their side on a few videos, but mostly they're trash talking people. They're just doing it for the clout, for the attention, and they're just simply giving the most formulaic and generic opinions possible, okay? There's no personality involved. You know, they have some generic gameplay footage in the background. They're usually too scared and chicken shit to show their faces on, you know, camera. You know, they're not VTubers, they're just simply, you know, leafy clones, okay? That's what they are. You know, Leafy spawned a whole new wave of content creators, and I hate it so much because there's no effort put into these videos, there's no editing, there's no time and thought, you know. I don't honestly prepare a script for most of my videos, but you know, if it's an important topic, I do. Obviously with my, you know, music, that's very different, but I do like the free form approach of commentary videos, and that's fine. But if you have something to say that's worth saying, then obviously it's worth making a video about. But these generic YouTube commentary channels literally all have the same opinions, you know, they are flooded. YouTube is flooded with all these, you know, drama topics, you know. So basically, let's say for example, Dream, he's a very big YouTuber, okay? So if there's a small little bit of drama, you know, just a little bit, just something that they can, just something that they can suck up. It doesn't even have to be real. It doesn't even have to be any kind of interesting news. You know, it's basically the, you know, Keemstar is pretty terrible, okay? I think we can all agree on that, but at least he's kind of original with what he does. He's an absolute douchebag, yes, but at least he's original. He's an original douchebag, okay, is what I'm trying to say. These people are like, you know, Keemstar's little deformed babies, okay? And, you know, any kind of hint, any little sniffle of news, any little bit of drama that they can feed their little grubby hands on, they'll go for it because they just want the ad revenue. You can tell there's no real passion for content, for making videos, and I might be wrong. You know, some people might really love what they do, and you know, who wouldn't, making shit tons of money for basically being an unoriginal idiot, just spouting opinions that everyone shares, but you just go on just so you can hit that 8-minute, you know, time frame and cash in on all that ad revenue. And the sad thing is gossip and YouTube drama is so popular on YouTube, it still sells. It's just like mainstream media, you know, we are replacing mainstream media, and because of that, you know, gossip and celebrity drama around YouTubers, around celebrities, around anything, that gets people's attention. I don't know why people are like that. I guess it's just human nature to be curious about other people, like some kind of hidden secrets that they might have, but usually it's absolutely nothing. It's just the most boring thing, or you know, everyone is getting cancelled, everyone's in a little bit of trouble because we live in the day and age where we are censored by everything, by the mainstream media, by, you know, our governments. We can't say anything, we are walking on eggshells, which means all these drama channels just share the same opinions. They don't have their own personality. They don't put in any kind of their original personality and their own opinions. They just play it so safe and talk about the same thing that every other channel talks about, and it boils down to pretty much nothing, okay? There's nothing to be said. There's nothing interesting to be gained from watching one of their videos. It's just bland, consumable garbage. It's like eating a McDonald's burger. You know, it tastes good for the first bite, and then after you're watching it for about 2 minutes, you realize, holy shit, I'm literally consuming garbage, okay? And that's commentary channels, okay? And that's why I don't like Pegasus. That's why I hate YouTubers like Pegasus. That's my problem with Pegasus and commentary channels out there, is they don't bring anything new to the table. If you're gonna talk about trendy, you know, trash, garbage, and YouTube drama, at least bring your own opinion. Give an opinion that is actually slightly different from all the other YouTuber drama clone channels out there. I mean, okay, I have to admit, yes, even I have been guilty of doing it before. I'm sorry, I know, F in the chats, I'm very sorry, okay? I have done that before. I've talked about Bella Delphine quite a few times, and usually I admit it's, you know, just trashy clickbait, but at least I use that video to give my real opinions and just to call out the BS, which is quite funny because people click on it expecting a YouTuber drama type of video, but it's usually just me taking the piss out of the whole situation because people are fascinated by this type of content, and that's fine. There's an audience for anything, for literally anything, okay? And that's fine, you know, go and do it, but at least bring some originality to it. Portray your own opinions and your own personality. I'm just so tired of all these videos literally talking about nothing, not helping the YouTuber and the creator who they're talking about at all, just, you know, spreading misinformation, rumors, which gets them into more trouble. They don't care because they just want the attention and the ad revenue, and they don't even go in deep or talk about anything remotely interesting about the creator or about the situation of the world and how all this information is just, you know, collectively, basically socially engineering us into all of us thinking the same and all of us acting the same way and not sharing our own opinions and thoughts. And I'm just so tired of it because I see it so often, and it's just channels like Pegasus that really do grind my gears because they are just all the same. Literally, all of his videos are the same. It's exactly like Leafy, except at least Leafy actually did have a little bit of originality to it. You know, he had some edge, he had some good comedy spice to his flavorings, okay? But, you know, channels like Pegasus, you know, these commentary channels that are just all the same generic opinions, they don't have any kind of interesting thoughts, they don't have any interesting jokes, they don't have any interesting ideas. It's literally just the same old thing time and time again. And I honestly think that YouTube really does need to, you know, purge some of these people. Not obviously kick them off the platform, that's crazy. I would never, you know, promote that idea. I just mean they should promote channels that actually are trying to do something different, something, you know, a little bit unique, instead of just people who just share the same opinions. But obviously that's what's trendy, that's what's cool with the kids, so who knows. I just wanted to give you my opinion on the subject because I'm so tired of it. I've seen it so often enough. I just wish people would actually have conversations, have debates, and have different opinions, try and help other creators, not this toxic approach of trying to bring down other YouTubers and spreading misinformation about them and basically causing all this drama, making them seem like the bad guy just because they did one little mistake. And, you know, if they do stick up for someone, it's because of their own agenda. It's not because they actually want to help that creator. You know, maybe in very rare cases that's true, but the majority of these generic commentary channels, it's just simply there for the ad revenue and the gossip, and that's pretty much it. So my sinners, let me know your opinions on this topic down below in the comments. Do you like these types of channels? And if you do, who do you watch? Do you like Pegasus or don't you like him? Does that make sense? Don't you like him? No, that doesn't make sense. Make sure to moisturize yourself today and get that vitamin D. Those are the reasons why I don't like Pegasus and why I hate commentary channels. But you might be a fan of them. That's fine, you can consume any kind of content that you want. I just really think we really need to change it up so we can actually be better than the establishment and take down the mainstream media once and for all. And if you're with me on that conquest, go down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Have yourselves a blessed day and night. Bye bye.